Just keep going.
Wait.
We should go back.
Yeah.
Hey, copy Ryan. Can we kill him?
No.
Yeah, he's right there. Copy. Echo.
Out.
Just, yeah, help.
Go main again.
Nice.
Hello everyone, in today's video we're going to be talking all about communication, so cans on and listen up as we're going to be breaking down some pro comms that we've got from behind the scenes. There's been a lot of talk about comms recently with more and more teams streaming their scrims, but more and more of those teams opting to mute the comms and just show the gameplay. They want to protect, obviously, their strategy, how they think about the game, their calling structure and all of this, which is fair enough, but it means we lose that element of it. Likewise, back in Overwatch League, we had the comms check, but it was all just monkey, maybe some few jokes before the game, but no real insight in what it looks like when a pro team communicates at the highest level. And I've worked with a lot of teams, both at the amateur level and at the pro level, and one of the biggest things that's always on people's minds is communication. Can we improve it? Whether you are an open division team, or an Overwatch League team, or a contenders team, or a new OWCS team, I think there's always room to improve communication. So what I want to do today is look at an example from London Spitfire last season when we had started playing more of the Rhine and Sim stuff. The footage we're going to show you is from a scrim against Houston Outlaws towards the end of the season when we really started to feel like a lot of our ideas and playstyle were clicking that we had with this new Rhine Sim comp that we would go on to have relatively decent success with. The reason I want to show you this clip is because when Chris first came into the team, one of the things he said to us was the reason we're all English speaking, we've all got good English levels and there's no Koreans in this room, is so we can try and be the team with the best communication in the Overwatch League. And we really set that out and made that a clear goal from the very start. And I don't have access to every team's comms, so I don't know where we'd exactly power rank in terms of communication, but I thought we did a really good job, and I think all the boys should be really proud of the level of cohesiveness and understanding we achieved here. So the important things I think we should pay attention to as we look through this clip is, one, who's speaking and what they're saying, what roles, what type of things they're saying, what are we talking about, what are we worried about, how they're saying it as well, what level of urgency, what point in the fight are it, how are they phrasing it. And also, probably more importantly than anything, and this is a skill loads of players, even in Overwatch League, struggle with, listening. Is everyone listening to the other people? Are they taking in the information? Are they responding? Because if that's not happening, it actually doesn't matter how good what you say is or how good your ideas are. If nobody listens, it's not going to happen that way. So we can go into the footage now, and what we'll do is we'll break this down bit by bit, and then we'll play it all through in once so you can see it in one full thing. We've just captured first point here, and we'll watch the entirety of second. So let's see what the comms look like in this bit just before another fight starts.
Point. They're gonna expect us to make a TP play. Can we just play point really hard?
Very simple idea. That's Haddy speaking right there, and he's saying they might expect us to do an aggressive TP play because that's how we captured first. Can we do something different? Just play it slow and steady, play through the payload, keep it moving. Make ourselves unpredictable and therefore a bit harder to play against. And you hear as well the chorus of yeses from everyone. You'd be surprised how often you don't get that type of reaction in any team at any level. Always important to know everyone's switched on, listening to you, paying attention to each other.
Diva man.
I have turret on this
No
wall.
sleep. I'm gonna peek a bit. 3, 2, 1, peek.
We say we have turrets main, so we know where to kite to or where a safe spot is if we get in any trouble. We talk about Vianna sleep, so everyone knows if we ever see Vianna, she has no sleep, we may be a bit easier to fight her. Maybe not in this scenario because she's on the high ground. We talk about Diva main, and then we say we're going to peek 3, 2, 1. Now, obviously, 3, 2, 1s, I'm sure a lot of people are already aware of. Countdowns to make sure your timing's perfect, really good. But you'd be surprised again how often this isn't consistently done and how often teams don't make use of it. We've got a big old Reinhardt shield. Lots of other heroes, Sigma, Ram, also have these shield peak timings. Let's make sure when our Reinhardt peaks, we're all getting use out of it. And we say we're going to peak for Diva as well, so now we know who we're shooting when we peak as well. And not only that, by using the word peak, we know it's not a full push. Everybody knows that we're just going to not overextend, just have a look, put some pressure out. We're not looking to full commit here or start a full-blown engage.
Peeking the Diva.
And they're still on top.
Yeah, Hanzo using E.
Yeah,
No E.
yeah,
They want a window. They want a window. Get out.
Now we see Houston actually choose to make the aggressive move. In this, we see us talking about the Ana a lot. Now, in this type of matchup, nade is a huge problem for us. If Shu's able to hit big nades, we're going to have a bad time. So we're always making sure we're talking about the Ana position, where he is, what his cooldowns are. And it's obviously Hadi's job mostly to block it, but it's everyone's job to be responsible for giving information on his cooldown, so we all know the status of it. Likewise, we say Hanzo's pushing with E, so we know to be careful. Hadi also reads the body language a little bit. Now, hey, these 5 guys are all dropping and walking forward. I think they want to window. Now, we only get about half a second advance notice until they do window, but just that little bit of advance warning makes it a little bit easier for Backbone to drop his wall, a little bit easier for Hadi to place his shield, a little bit easier for everyone to make sure we're behind the wall and the shield so we don't get hit by the window.
Left.
TP.
Yeah, take it.
Nice, good job.
Left, TP out. So Spark calling where the TP is, we're calling where it is. So we've got our kite path. This is something that's a really fundamental piece of Overwatch. If you ever have to back out of somewhere, which way are we backing out? Are we backing out main? Are we backing out left? Are we backing out right? Whatever it might be, doesn't really matter, but as long as there's a kite path and a location. And here we have both, and we even say, take the TP. You see Hadi's able to take it last. We all get out, and we've successfully just cheated an ult here. They've now used window for nothing. We've just managed to walk away for free.
Job.
Really
60,
good.
what do you guys want to walk?
They got
One.
Yeah, can we take the far right? Oh, yeah, you're right.
Now we're talking about our next action. Again, what's important to note is the quickness between us going out and us starting to talk about the next action. You want this timing to be as short as possible. If you can ever narrow this timing, you can make yourself quicker. You can make it really hard for the other team. It's a real time-sensitive thing to prepare for stuff between fights, because if the enemy team does it faster than you, you could just be caught unawares. So we talk about going right side here. Hadi says, can we go right side? Everyone says, actually, no, we don't want to do that. Backbone obviously highlights that. These ults are maybe not great ults to walk right side out. It's much easier to disengage these things main, so let's go main instead. And this is another important thing I want to stop and note. Hadi's asking questions here. Questions are so important. You maybe look at stuff from an overhead and you think, Atlanta just did a perfect dive, or Houston did a perfect dive, or London did a perfect rotation or a perfect TP engage. How do they do it? They must just have loads of synergy, and people always use this word synergy, experience together and all of this. But in reality, to do these complicated movements when there's 5 people controlling a different part of it and trying to do it on the same timing at the same time, it comes a lot more from asking questions and people confirming. It's a constant back and forth to get this timing correct rather than just one smooth motion. It maybe looks like one smooth motion on the overhead, but the way it works in reality is everyone's constantly asking questions, answering, correcting each other. We'll see a lot more as we go through this clip, but I think that's a really important concept for everyone to bear in mind for how this stuff actually works.
I'm just baiting this for movement.
We can play the disengage one again, okay?
Yeah, towards the...
Again, let's play to disengage one again. So we're going to walk up and we're going to walk back. Chorus of yeses again. We are all ready.
This, yeah, towards the...
Nade.
3, 2, 1, walk up. Echo no stickies.
3, 2, 1, walk up. Echo, no stickies. So we know we can swing a little bit more and there's no stickies to worry about. We're walking up. Our timing, our peak timing is all good.
Just playing on top.
Yeah.
Just first one. Shoot diva.
Yeah. Spam together.
This time Spark says, they're all playing on point. Just force point, just shoot diva. Now we've all walked and we've all probably seen relatively the same information, but this time it's Spark who steps up and says, this is what we want to do. We don't need to do anything crazy with a TP or anything. Let's just walk up, take some space.
Get our timing ready. 3, 2...
Just first one. Shoot diva.
Yeah. Spam together timing ready. 3, 2, 1, shoot off diva. Diva.
Very similar to the previous fight. 3, 2, 1, let's shoot off diva. Now, again, I want to highlight something, Hadi, because Hadi says, let's make sure our timing's good. And he's not saying this because our timing's been particularly bad so far in this map or in this block. He's not trying to be passive-aggressive or have a go at anyone. He's trying to just remind people that it's important our timing is good. And this is the sort of thing you see in teams all the time. Even though you can ask every single player on this team, or every single player in Overwatch League, they'll probably tell you timing's important. It's important we have good timing. But it's important to remind people in the moment. They may know to focus on it, make sure it's sharp in that one particular instance. And you see we do that here. We get a nice wall. We put a lot of pressure on the diva. We make Burner's life quite hard, and he has to give us the space.
Diva.
I have a window.
I have full shield. Echo.
Echo skybox, hands up.
Diva. Yeah, we can.
Again, a lot of information coming out here. Landon saying he has window. Haddy saying he has full shield, so we know we have a lot to play with. We're calling Hanzo position. We're calling cooldowns. We're calling Ana position again. All of these things are just nice pieces of information. Now, some of them are more important for some than others. Obviously, for Haddy, who's mainly responsible for blocking the nade, it's really important. He's aware of where the Ana is or if she's even used nade. Likewise, for someone like Landon or Backbone or Spark, it's important to know where the Echo is because we're probably going to be the ones who have to duel her and fight her.
Winning main for space.
I'm dead.
Will you say we're windowing main for space? Maybe, in hindsight, not really necessary, not the greatest window we've ever seen, but we say what we're doing and we say what type of window it is, which means it's just a window for space, which means we're not trying to turn a corner with it. We're not trying to be particularly aggressive or pushing with it. We're just trying to open up the map a little bit. Then we say, Spark says, I'm naded. Backbone says no nade. So now all of a sudden, one, Haddy knows he doesn't have to worry about blocking the nade anymore, so he can maybe be a bit more proactive. Likewise, we all know Spark's naded, so we know we don't want to do anything super aggressive. And it also means Landon and Admiral can be a little bit more aware that if anything comes on Spark, he's going to need a bit more help than normal. All good information, all good stuff that helps us be a little bit more prepared for whatever happens next.
Okay, they back up, but we get caught around this corner.
Copy dragon.
Yeah, up above.
There's one fight territory now.
Can we take left?
Pair copy dragon. So again, important not just do ult checks between fights, but remind your team what ults are coming up. There's a lot going on in Overwatch. It's easy to forget things. So important that Admiral or really anyone on the team does this for us to keep this at the front of our mind so we're aware of it.
Left off our right, left off our right.
Yeah, can we flip top right?
Up above.
There's one fight territory now.
Can we take left off our right, left off our
Yeah,
right?
can we
Now we get Landon reminding us that it's now one fight territory, which is a super important thing to make. Because again, if I pause it and go to the overhead, it's very easy to see that we're pretty much in one fight territory or maybe one fight in a very scuffed retake for Houston. But now it means we can factor that into all our decision making. Then Haddy's going to ask, we can either go top left or we can go top right. Sort of trying to make sure we're moving on to what is our next action.
flip top right?
Yeah.
Come up, 3,
Flip top right. Everyone, chorus of yes. Yeah.
2, 1.
Hunter here.
Yeah.
No way.
Just keep going.
3, 2, 1. Pretty perfect timing. Backbone says we hear the Hanzo here, so we know we're looking for something.
Keep going.
Wait.
You see suddenly there's a huge spike in everyone's louder, but there's also way more urgency in people's voice. And this is something people often forget. There's a huge difference between saying something like, care me, and care me. It cuts through all the other noise going on. It cuts through the in-game sounds. It means everyone's paying attention. We see the Ana in this position, and all of a sudden, everyone's gone, we can maybe kill her here. Super important we're all switched onto this, and we all make this decision at the same time if we can.
We should go back.
Yeah.
Take copy.
Here we realise that actually the Ana's a little bit too far and they're going to copy, and you see Backbone again with a lot of urgency, because if you make an urgent call to push an Ana, but you need to cancel it for some reason, you need to be urgent in your cancellation or people won't listen to you. They'll be too caught up in the first one. So we see the copy, we decide to go back.
Take
Copy,
copy.
Ryan. Can we kill him?
No.
Again, we see a question. Copy Ryan. Haddy's like, can we kill him? Maybe we can kill him. Not the most unreasonable idea. But Backbone says, no. Just go back. He's defensive walled. We can get a pretty free disengage. So again, people asking questions. People have different ideas about the game. Lots of stuff going on. Everyone's got their own perspective and information they can see. But we're asking questions. We're listening to each other. We're reacting.
Yeah, he's right there. Copy. Echo.
I'm gonna
Out.
Now, this gets a little bit messy all of a sudden, right? We want to disengage. Suddenly, we see the Diva's actually flown into us behind, so Backbone again raises the urgency. We can get this Diva. But there's a copy Ryan pinning on the other side, so Haddy has to counterpin. So Haddy starts repeating himself as well. Copy. We need to turn back, overruling the first one. And again, it's chaotic. It's a little bit messy, but the fact that we're all listening and everyone's using the right tonality and volume in their voice to get their point across, it means we're able to actually stabilize a little bit. So even though we get a little bit split, there's 3 of us here and 2 of us drop underneath on the Diva, we're both aware that there's different things trying to pull us in different directions, but we don't let ourselves get fully split.
Go main again.
Nice, we're good.
Update calls. Help Jamie. Go main again, go main again. So useful mid-fight just to have someone come through and just give us a movement. What is our next action?
Good.
Dragon
Okay,
coming.
chill.
Yeah.
Care Dragon. Just chill. Again, only status calls, what we're doing. People repeating themselves as well. Again, lots of stuff's going on. Don't be afraid to repeat yourself. Make sure everyone's heard.
I'm gonna wall them off. Walling
yeah.
off top left. Just shoot main.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm going to wall them off. Just ignore top left. Go main. Really nice ult plan from Spark. Clear and concise. It's not just let's go with symbol now. Let's go and do this thing specifically. I think especially with a lot of ults, when it's like Simwall or Beat or maybe Transcendence, ults we want to push with. You don't just want to say, let's go with Beat. Let's go do a Beat push. Well, who are we Beat pushing? Are we going to force a cooldown then Beat push? Make sure we do these steps and suddenly it's way easier for everyone to get more value out of the ult, to be on the same target, on the same page and focus the right thing at the right time.
Let's go. Where's Anna? Missing.
Can do.
Yeah. Play the right side of the wall.
I saw Anna go top right. I saw Anna go top right.
Yeah.
So we try and make the push, but it doesn't really work out. Maybe in hindsight, these guys would have been better targets. But you hear our comms again. Haddy's worried about the Anna. It's mainly his job to shield it. So he can't see the Anna. So he doesn't just be sad that he can't see the Anna, look around and not see it. He asks everyone, where's the Anna? Where's the Anna? We say she's main. Oh, okay. And this helps Haddy. Then we see the Anna might be going top right. Backbone's really loud about this. Make sure we all know that actually there might be some kind of flank nade coming in. Gotta be switched on and ready for this.
Yeah, flip
Hot one.
That's the second point.
Can you
That can
TP
be
on
touched.
Hanzo buff? Can you
Yeah,
TP on
3,
Hanzo
2,
buff?
1.
Take the TP.
Again, we see two different plans. We have Admiral saying, stack on car, I can beat on Anna. So if the Anna's close, Anna's in this region, we can probably just beat on her and kill her. She can't get away. But we also talk about TPing on the BAP. So here we have two people calling two different plans that actually would take us in two different directions at the same time. But again, we manage to listen to each other. We repeat ourselves. And we'll see here in a second, Admiral's actually going to then correct his plan to match the other plan. So we know that this is the plan we're all going with here. And again, it's listening skills. It's people adapting on the fly. It's people working hard to do the same thing at the same time.
Take the TP, bap Hanzo 1. Bap 1.
Take the TP, Bap Hanzo 1. Cleaning it up, looking good again. We've managed to get what could potentially be a disastrous situation where we beat forward and TP back at the same time. And keep ourselves together. Keep ourselves as one group doing one thing.
Yeah, chill. Canano, just go main.
Chill, care, nano. Now, these are two things that are super important. One, we've just done the hard bit. We have got player advantage in a fight. Finally, we've done it. We've got a kill. What's the most important thing when you are now 5v4? Just don't feed. Don't let anything stupid happen. What could possibly go wrong? What could we lose to? We're talking about ults again, our lose conditions. Watch out for Vianna. Let's not do anything stupid. Just chill. Make sure we keep this advantage as an advantage.
I'm freezing it, we're fine.
We talk about where the Anna is. Nano's coming. Diva. I'm freezing it. We're fine. What a nice call for everyone. We're fine, so we know we can not only just, one, relax a bit, I guess, but we can actually look to go do our next aggressive motion as well.
Cross map.
Echo.
Diva 1 pinned.
We're up 2,
Donate. Diva low, Diva.
Again, we get pulled in slightly different directions. Spark and Landon see a good opportunity to kill the Echo, while obviously we get the wall and the pin on the Diva, so we sort of think we can actually kill the Nano in this situation as well. So again, we get a little bit split, but you hear both people talking, and Admiral probably goes a little bit too far, maybe not quite listening as much as he could in this clip, but you see again, even though there's things pulling us in opposite directions, we manage to correct ourselves, come back together. So even though we do lose Admiral, we're still in a 4v4. We've managed to get this kill and not lose too much else. And again, Landon says, stable. Just chill, guys. We're actually now 4v3. It's still an advantage. Let's make sure we maintain it.
Diva low. Hanzo buff, do you have TP?
Yeah.
Okay. On
Diva
Hanzo.
1.
Again, do you have TPP? This is mid-fight, right? Lots of cooldowns have been used. We don't know if we have all our cooldowns. Haddy's asking Spark, do we have TP? Spark's yes. I want to go Hanzo. We're all able to do this play just really smoothly mid-fight.
Hanzo swung. Diva.
Again, our focus on the Hanzo. Hanzo swung. Make sure we get the kill. Now we're talking about our next target. Pretty standard from here, right? Who do we get damage on? Who we shooting next? Make sure we just have good focus fire.
More point. I'm not.
Point, more point. We talk about they've used lamp. What cooldowns they've used? They've used bomb. Had even says, I'm not shielding it. So he's going to try and save his shield health here. And everyone knows that's happening. All lots of small things that individually aren't very difficult, but are super important in the course of a chaotic fight to get right.
Window.
I'm ulting point now.
Yeah. Play point.
They've also used window. I'm ulting point now. Now, the ult's too early, but the communication's fine at least. We all know it's coming.
Up. Play point. Who's touching? Shatter. Diva, down, storm behind them.
Who's touching point? What are we doing next? I'm going to shatter. Again, it's only half a second. Obviously, ideally, if we can give more warning on ults, it's better. But even just half a second just helps everyone be slightly ready to peek. And Hadi even uses the fact that, obviously, he can see a little bit more a lot of the time because he's at the front of a formation. Now, he's actually hit the BAP. So everyone knows, oh, if I do have a chance to peek a little bit more, there's a really high-value target on the floor behind him.
Baby, come on, pairs are stable. Echo.
Again, we don't get a kill, but we do get the mech, which is good as a kill. And then the Echo flies in. And what do we say? Care, just stable. When everyone hears this, we know what our jobs are. Hadi is shields up. We're just going to take half a step back. Make sure nobody trades. Give our guys time. London, Backbone, Spark, they will deal with this Echo, no problem. Just buy them a little bit of time and don't drag their attention elsewhere.
Back on.
Okay, cool.
Baby.
There we go, we take care of the Echo, no problem. Then we turn on the baby because the baby's touching point. We do all of these things slightly overlapping, but we're all still relatively in sync. So even though we go slightly different ways for a second to deal with these multiple things, we're all back, we're all on the same page.
Everyone.
Up, Widow inside back connector.
Back on.
Here we go, we call the Widow. All of a sudden, Hadi's going to go for a pin on the Widow. We wall it off as well. Even though the fight's all but won, we're just being extra careful. Make sure nothing can go wrong. Keeping the level up. Now, obviously, that was quite a lot, but I think there's a lot of good things here. I think the urgency from everyone, the contribution from everyone. Important to note as well, we heard from everyone in this in terms of ult plans or lose conditions or what they want to do next or what they need help with. It's really important you have everyone communicating at a high level. Obviously, a lot of people will put a lot of weight on the tank to do the main cooling, and it is possible in that role you do get to see a lot more. It's useful for your tank to be vocal. They have to do it for a lot of the timings, but you want everyone to contribute to the ult plans. Likewise, we saw a lot of listening as well. Everyone thinks that just to do something as 5 is actually easy. Just do the same thing at the same time, no problem. We all know what we want to do, so let's do it. But actually, in these sort of team movements, especially in these Lucio-based comps, where we're doing some kind of rotation or we're going a certain way at a certain time, it's tricky to get right. To get these team movements where we do the push and pull correctly, we go in, we go out, we go back with this, we turn with this. It's tricky. It takes a lot of work. It might look easy and smooth on the overhead when Dallas Fuel do it all the time, but it takes a lot of work and a lot of effort. And hopefully, we've seen some of that in this example today, and this is a useful demonstration for a lot of teams who want to try and improve their levels of communication. Now we'll take one more look at it, just play it all the way through in once so you can see it in its entirety.
They're gonna expect us to make a TP play. Can we just play point really hard?
Yeah.
Diva man.
I have turret on this
No
wall.
sleep. I'm gonna peek a bit. 3, 2, 1. Peeking the Diva.
And they're still on top.
Yeah, Hanzo using E.
Yeah,
No E. They want a window. They want a window. Get out left.
TP.
Yeah. Take it.
Nice, good job.
Really
60,
good.
what do you guys want to walk? Where they
One.
go?
Yeah, can we take the
Don't
far
go
right?
right.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
they're
you're right. I'm just baiting this for
We can play
movement.
the disengage one again, okay?
Yeah, towards this here. Towards
Nailed it.
3, 2, 1. Walk up. Econostic is.
There's a thing on top.
Yeah.
Just first one. Shoot Diva.
Yeah.
I'm living,
Spam
come in,
together.
close left,
Timing.
close left.
Ready? 3, 2,
Echo
1.
off.
Shoot off Diva. Diva.
Diva low.
I have a window.
I have full shield. Echo.
Echo Skywalk, Sanzo.
Diva. Yeah, we can.
Winning mate for space.
Diva.
Up is stuck.
I'm dead.
Okay, they back up, but we get caught around this
Got
corner.
copy dagen.
Yeah, up above.
There's one fight territory now.
Can
Can we take left or far right?
Yeah, can we flip top right?
Yeah.
Come up. 3, 2, 1.
Hunter here.
Yeah.
No way.
Just keep going.
No.
We should go back.
Yeah.
Hey, copy Ryan. Can we kill him?
No.
Yeah, he's right there. Copy. In echo. Just help.
Go main again.
Nice. We're good.
Dragon
Coming.
Chill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wall them off. Walling off top left. Just shoot main.
Yeah. Let's
3,
go.
2, 1.
Where's Anna? Missing.
Can do.
Yeah. Play the right side of the wall.
I saw Anna go top right.
Yeah. Flip
Yeah,
left.
Hands
Behind.
one.
There's a second point.
Can you
I can
TP
beat
your
us.
hands up? Can you TP
Yeah,
your
3,
hands up?
2, 1.
Take the TP. Take the
Auto,
TP.
auto.
Bap hands up one. Bap one. Yeah, chill. Canano, just go main. Look for Anna. Diva, Nano.
I'm freezing it, we're fine.
Anna's cross map.
Echo.
Diva, one pin.
We're up 2,
No
just
nade.
stable.
Diva low.
Gonna get full.
Hands up, do you have TP?
Yeah.
Okay. On your hands,
one.
3, 2, 1.
Hands swung. Diva. More point. I'm not
And
chilling.
window.
I'm ulting point now.
Yeah. Play point. Bap. Play point. Full touching. Shatter. Diva. Bap down. Bap is down behind him. Baby. One care. Just stable. Echo.
Bap on.
Okay, cool.
Baby one.
Bap. Widow inside back connector.
Bap on.
I'm on Widow. He's coming. He's running somewhere.
Hopefully seeing it in its integrity shows that it's actually almost just one single fight, one big long fight with disengages and re-engages and all of this. It's back and forth. But throughout all of it, we're constantly updating. We don't have huge time between fights to plan because it's not really clean breaks in fights. We're keeping everything going the whole time. But we still make a lot of effort to make sure everyone is on the same page and coordinated. So I think, hopefully, this has been a good demonstration of a lot of the key fundamentals you want when communicating in a team environment in Overwatch. I think the status updates are super important. Your own updates. Am I naded? I can't do this right now. I need to wait for this. They've used that cooldown. They've used this cooldown. So now it means we can do this. This information is useful for people. People can make good decisions in Overwatch. A lot of the time, they just don't always have the information because there's so much going on. Try and give the good information to your team when they need it or even ahead of time. Conditional calls are super important as well. If they do X, I will do Y. Once they're low on shield, I'm going to do this. It helps everyone just have a clear visual trigger in their head for once they see something, I'm going to do this. It helps with your timing, it helps with doing the same thing, and it stops people splitting off and getting distracted with their own one-on-ones or their own fights. The urgency, the tone, we saw a lot of good examples from all of the guys in that. Cut through everyone else's comms. If you've got something super important that everyone needs to listen to, change the tone. You don't need to start screaming and shouting, but change the tone, change the urgency. And likewise, repeat yourself. If it's an important call, repeat it. Some calls we don't need to repeat if they're just information and status, but lots of calls are important, especially movement calls. If we're still moving and we're going back, forward, the repeating is actually way more useful than just saying it once. We're going back. Now let's go forward. Now let's go back again. Keep the energy up, keep the pace up, and I think it really helps coordinate everyone and help everyone be on the same page. And most important of all, and maybe this is a bit of a cliche in these communication type videos, but listening is just as important, if not more important. We saw here, and there was always a chorus of yeses, a chorus of responses. Every time somebody asked a question, somebody responded. And it's super important that happens because one, it shows everyone switched on and listening, and it means it gives everyone confidence. It also means if you have a bad idea or a bad plan and you ask the question, but you can't see why it's bad because other people have information you don't, they can just say no. It can save a whole load of time. We're not sitting here in this example discussing we should go right because of this or we should go left because of this. It's all very quick. Can we go right? No. Care dragging. Just go main. Okay. We've had what could be quite a long conversation very quickly. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Likewise, if you do want any help with your communication or want to see further examples, I am available for private coaching. I'd be happy to help you or your team with how you can improve this element of your game. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.